Welcome to PiSeas Tarot, and I am your host, Mimi Lightseer. Your business is my business. Today, we will dive into your business with a timeless relationship reading, which means it could be platonic, professional, or romantic. In this session, we will explore the overall energy of your reading, obtain cosmic insights to identify the topics, spill the tea on the energies involved, uncover the positives and the negatives while revealing the lessons that you need to learn, and suggest actions for healings and the best possible outcomes. Remember, this is a general reading, and you have found it when this message is needed. Please take what resonates and leave the rest. Remember, I am LGBTQ plus friendly, using pronouns for storytelling purposes. Lastly, please like, rate, subscribe, and comment. Let me know how this message is connecting with you. And without further ado, let's get into your business. Hey, good morning, beautiful souls. Welcome to Pisces Tarot. I am Mimi Lightseer, and over here at Pisces Tarot, your business is my business. And let me tell you, today Spirit has pulled up a chair, child. Let me tell you. We're about to dive all the way into somebody's business. And the tea is stepping hot and Spirit is ready to serve, okay? Good morning to all of my guppies swimming early in the light. Good evening to my night owls and my graveyard shift. A big old fat love to all of my international cousins and friends joining us from all over the world. Listen. If you are new to the Pisces pod, okay, go ahead and put a star in the chat so we can show you some love. If you know that you've been here before, welcome home, cousin and friend. Hey, friend. Hey, girl. Hey. Being extra silly this morning. But go ahead, you know what to do. Drop a fish and slide right into that soul circle. We love to give our newbies a warm welcome and celebrate all of our people who are coming back over here to the beach, y'all. Today's agenda consists of a brief energy cleanse, which is a moment for us to just center ourselves with breath work and sound. Then we'll go ahead and jump right over into the divine insights, which is spirits, downloads, dreams, and even an earworm or two. And when I tell you today, I got an earworm, all right? Then we'll hop right on over to the energy reading. We'll go ahead and fill out what's bubbling underneath the surface. Then I will confirm everything of which I told you with the tarot cards, okay? And then I will close this out, y'all, with final guidance from me, your girl Mimi, before we swim off, all right? So if y'all ready to get into this, I want you to go ahead and put in the chat for me black hearts today, because the energy is feeling kind of dark, all right? Black hearts, all right? Go ahead and put black hearts in the chat. Here we go. Now, before we go any further, it's very important that we take a moment just to ground ourselves and to become aligned. So we're going to take in 3 deep breaths. The first one, we're going to take it in and just hold it and then breathe and exhale very slowly, okay? Here we go. Let's breathe in clarity and peace and exhale any distractions and tension. All right, here we go. All right, one more time, y'all. We're going to breathe in alignment and release anything that we don't need to carry in this moment. Okay, here we go. Beautiful. Now we're ready to just make sure we clean up the energy space with our girl Boo Boo right here, and create the space for spirit just to step right on in. Just come right on in and just do what you do. Here we go. Let me do this right. Divine Spirit, we invite you into this space. Wrap us with your protection and your guidance. Surround us with your light and your love. Allow this reading to be clear and concise, most of all accurate. delivered in the highest good for all of those who will be involved, okay? May this moment bring insight, clarity, and truth. Thank you, amen, and I say. All right, now, if y'all ready to shift gears and prepare for a little fun, a lot of truth, and some deep insight, quick reminder, this is a safe space, y'all. It's sacred. This is for you and I, okay? Your honesty, your openness, your laughter, and your welcome are all appreciated here, all right? We've all been a fool in love before, and today just may be your turn. So don't worry if I call you out with just a little bit of love, okay? If you're ready for spirit to start stirring up and start cooking, go ahead and drop your favorite cooking emojis in the chat. Put your favorite foods in the chat. I want to know, what's your favorite foods? Thank you, Temptress, for my gift this morning. Yeah, let's go ahead. Put your favorite cooking foods, because we about to get into this, all right? Let's go. Each day before we gather, I always take time to tap in, just sit quietly with spirit, listen and reflect upon the energies that is being shown to me, okay? And sometimes it's a download, sometimes it's a vision, sometimes it's just a stone stuck in my head that refused to go away, and that's called an earworm, okay? But nevertheless, what I'm receiving this morning is a very prideful energy, okay? A very prideful energy. Now, you may say, what do you mean by prideful? Well, I feel an energy that is strong, that is dominant, that knows who it is, what it is, bold, full of courage, right? I'm trying to describe the energy to you because I want you to make sense of this earworm that I got. So as I was going in and brushing my teeth, I heard Mariah Carey sing this song, which is a remake of Phil Collins' song originally, okay? But of course, you gotta like her version, you gotta like hers. But anyway, no shade, you gotta like hers. But I'm hearing her say, so take a look at me now, because there's just an empty space, and there's nothing left here to remind me, just the memory of your face. So take a look at me now. There's just an empty space, and you not coming back to me. And you coming back to me is against all odds, and that's what I've got to face. Okay, I'm hearing her say that, and as the song goes on, she takes it up, a level, and so in typical Mariah fashion, it ain't quiet. She like, so take a color now. Something like that, right? I ain't no singer. I ain't even trying to be. But I'm trying to conceptualize for you what it is. Thank you, Di, for my gifts. I appreciate it. So my point in saying all of this is that I'm feeling a very prideful energy this morning. I'm feeling a very thankful energy. I'm feeling the energy of like, look at me now. Okay? My focus is not on you. Look at me now. I'm not thinking about you. I'm not worried about you. I'm moving on with my life. What we had is what we had that season. That ship has sailed. Okay? And that's where that pride, that's where that courage is coming in. Because I feel like this was difficult. I don't feel like this breakup was easy. It feels like there was a lot of questions left unanswered with this person. Okay? So I don't know who this is for, but if y'all ready to get into this, all right? I want y'all to find those tea kettle emojis, because whether it's a lyric, a phase, or a feeling, it's a spiritual prompt. And when you see these things, you got to know that we landed here for a reason, okay? So some of y'all may needed to hear that. Maybe you needed the confirmation. Some of y'all may be going through these things and you like, you know what, I just need a little bit of guidance, all right? So if y'all ready to get into this, go ahead and drop those tea kettles, because baby boy, baby girl, woman, man, cats, dogs, birds, turtles. I'm trying to think whatever other house pets people have. But anyway, here we go. All right, y'all. Let's pour this tea, shall we? And I feel like Spirit got a whole lot to say. And it's important to remember that when we're talking about energy, it's important to remember that Spirit speaks many different languages, and so does the universe. And sometimes it comes through emotions, patterns, through people, silence, numbers, coincidences, all of those different things, right? And Moving just shared with me, Mimi, you've helped me through a lot, and I appreciate that, right? So let's get into it. What is the overall energy reading for today? I told y'all I'm feeling like this boldness, like this proudness. It's almost confrontational if I'm being simple, you know, like oversimplifying. It feels very confrontational, y'all. This is getting on my nerves. There we go. But the energy is feeling very confrontational, okay? Oh, wait a minute. Where my little cue? Somebody either has run into or you will be running into an ex-lover of yours. If you've recently ran into your ex, I want you to go ahead and just raise your hand in the chat. Just put the little hand up in the chat. If you recently ran into your ex, if you have not seen your ex recently, it's a good chance that you will be running into your ex, okay? Because the reason why I said it is that this is a very confrontational energy. It's like Rachel said she dreamed of him twice. It's a confrontational energy where it's like, look at me. I don't feel nothing. Okay. I don't feel nothing. All right. It's just an empty space. Okay. I'm not thinking about you. So while you over here panicking and, you know, acting like I'm a fan out over you, like, you can get out of here with that. All right. There was an expectation. If you have not seen this person, Moving said that they've seen their person. Tempter says she's still dreaming about him. But what I'm saying is there's going to be a physical contact with this person where they're going to have the expectation that you're going to fan out. Like you're supposed to go back, you know, crazy. And you're not. You're not, because you're going to be looking at them like, nah, you need to look at me now. That ship has sailed. Okay? What I say? Opening to discovery. All right? Whereas before you may not have known how to handle this situation, now you do. Okay? There is a insurmountable amount of challenges and obstacles that are present here. There has been a lack of knowledge and wisdom and understanding on how to process this and move on. This was not something that you wanted to do arbitrarily. I will tell you that. I will tell you that. This was not something that you just haphazardly wanted to do. I feel like there was a struggle. There was a fight there. And when I say a fight, I mean like you put every effort that you possibly could to remediating this relationship. And this person that I'm talking about was so checked out that it was like, even if you wanted to talk to them, even if you wanted to just text them, they were very standoffish, very closed, very guarded, you know, all of those different things. Yeah. Yeah. Then look, somebody better listen. What did I tell y'all? Before I even started talking about the earworm, what did I tell y'all? I'm feeling a very bold and courageous spirit. And here goes the truth that you need to hear right now for your journey. It is dealing with courage. Okay? If you heard me talk about courage, go ahead and put an ear in the chat. I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. Thank you, Woodfin, for my gifts. This is definitely a energy of resilience. Okay, this is the energy of resilience. And the reason why I'm saying that is because whereas before you possibly would not have responded or reacted in the way that you are now able to do. Okay, you are now able to say, you know what? Look at this. Oh, you cute. That's cute. And you can keep it moving. You know what I mean? You know, sometimes when you run into people, how awkward it can be. And when you see them, they like pausing and, you know, they see you, but they trying to act like they don't know that they see you. And then, or they know that you seen them and they freezing because they don't know what to do. And you looking at them like,
that's funny.
Just act normal. Okay. That's what's happening here in this instance. Okay. There's the power of saying, I see you. I know that you see me. And what I'm telling you is I'm minding my business. I know I look good. I know I feel good. Okay. And I know that you're over there faltering and flinching because you have doubts. You are now over here looking like I maybe shouldn't have done that. I maybe shouldn't have said that. But that is now a you problem.
You shouldn't have been talking shit.
Okay. So there's an unbothered energy that is here. All right. Love and partnership. This is about collaboration, intimacy, and the power dynamics. Didn't I just tell y'all that this was really so much so about that courage, right? It is a power dynamic, because whereas before they would have so much control over you and your whole mood. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Just raise your hand in the chat if you ever been with somebody and they had the power to either make you really, 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 really happy or really, 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 really sad. Okay. In this instance, I feel as though they don't have that control over you anymore. It's like, just be cool. Just be cool. I can say, hey, how you doing? I don't care. But I can speak to you and respect your presence, okay? So this is about a power dynamic from love and partnership. And this may have been a very sexual connection at that, okay? It may have been a very sexual connection, a very emotional connection. I don't know why Spirit is saying half-baked. And what I mean by half-baked is that it feels like this relationship never fully developed holistically. It feels like sexually and romantically it was cohesive. There was chemistry, there was attraction, but as life would have it, when you have these loose friends with benefit situations going on, there are moments and times where you're going through these particular emotional roller coasters with people and you can't really explain why. You don't have an answer for why. It's like you mad because they didn't call you, right? You mad because they said that, and really, you know, it questions your entitlement, right? Because it's like you don't even get the right or the space to question or to ask them, you know, about where they've been and what they've been doing or why they haven't called you. But in your mind, internally, you're over here spinning out of circles. Okay. So Spirit is telling me, or showing me rather, that this was a power dynamic. It was very emotional. It was very sexual in nature. It was definitely chemistry here. Like, it had you in a chokehold. Okay. It had you in a chokehold. Now, divine assistance, I am open to receive. Change me, divine beloved, into one who is willing to receive all the right help. Let me feel deserving of divine assistance in every way. Open me to receive. Okay. So this feels like this may have definitely taken you off your square. Okay. Now, all relationships for the most part are emotional. Okay. But I'm going to ask you, just to be honest, and tell Auntie in the chat, did this person do this? Did this person make you feel like you were losing your mind or not? I mean, y'all can tell the truth. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Don't go getting quiet on me now, y'all. Y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. When you got somebody, thank you, Unique, the only one that stepped up and said that happened to me. Y'all know what I'm talking about. When somebody love you so good, and I'm not talking about holistic love. I'm talking about that, they kind of just be like, that good. Thank you, Temptress. That good. That good. They had that good to the point to where you lost your marbles. Okay? So, like, this has been something that you've had to detox from. This has been something that you've had to heal, truly heal. Okay? And the healing may have been very challenging because it left you questioning yourself. That's why this is such a powerful energy that this person, you or this person, is now operating in. Because, I always say you or this person because the energy can be inverted, okay? So how is this showing up for you in your life right now? Explore. Now, I'm not even going to tell you what just came to me. But I feel like, y'all want me to tell y'all, or y'all want me just to keep it cute? Stephanie, I'm not taking personal questions right now. But you can go to my website if you want to do a question, and then go through there. But right now I'm doing the live collective reading. And if you want to donate, you can cash app at Mimi. I mean, the $ Mimi Lightseer. Yeah. Okay, so Unique said, tell me. Rebecca said, tell, girl, do tell. Okay, so when the open to discovery card fell out, that tells me that the door is not totally closed. And when we're talking about exploring, it also reaffirms that the door is not totally closed. Now, what does that mean? What does that mean? Okay? Let's just be honest. If you know exactly who I'm talking about that had that good, had you over here about to lose your mind, had you over here about to, what I was about to say. I don't really like the terminology, but it does apply here. This person had you over here about to crash out. Okay? If they still got a chance, I want you to put a red heart in the chat. And if you like, it ain't no way in HE double hockey sticks on the ice, cold Sunday down there. Okay? I want you to put a black heart. All right? I want you to put a black heart. If you know the door is still, if you honest with yourself, because can't nobody lie to you more than we lie to ourselves. If you honest enough with yourself to say, yeah, it's still a chance. Okay, so we got like a 3-2 vote right now. Red hearts if it's a yes. Black heart if it's a no. All right. Now, as we start to dig deeper into the energy, all right, of the people who are involved, and yes, we talk about them too, I want you to focus on what resonates with you. And this is important because the energy can be inverted, okay? We'll talk about that here in a second. But stay focused on what resonates and let the rest flow away. If it don't feel like yours, don't force it, okay? Everyone start. Now, here you go. He go moving with every color heart but the heart I told him. See, this is why y'all broke up now. No, I'm just playing. Be doing what you want to do. Rachel said we talked about getting back together later in life if we were both single again when we broke up. Yeah. I mean, sometimes it be that. You know what I mean? Sometimes it be that. All right. So, here we go. We're looking at these first insights, all right? Thank you, Hippie Child, for my gift. Okay. Narcissist. Someone is full of themselves. Someone is full of themselves, okay? So, here's that. Okay, here's that. And it goes back to what I said initially with the earworm about taking a good look at me now. It's just an empty space. Like, you don't have that control. You don't have that power. You don't have that pull like you used to. Okay, I can stand here looking at you boldly and tell you to look at me. And I can look at you now and not feel anything. Okay? But y'all know how it is when you've been involved with somebody or not. Y'all had a good chemistry, then them pheromones start talking and they pheromones start signaling your pheromones, and then your pheromones start signaling their pheromones. Now you all confused because whereas you wasn't thinking about this person like that, now you starting to think about this person like that again. And it's a never-ending cycle of craziness.
Bombocard.
But this person is very full of themselves. Okay? And they kind of like expect this of you because this is what happens all the time with other people. All right? Focus. You are being asked to shift your focus away from what isn't working and towards what is. Didn't I just tell y'all that the door is still open? Paying extra attention to where you place your focus is the first step towards creating an amazing life. All right? If you heard me talking about the door still being open, I want you to go ahead and put a door in the chat. It's just the memory of you in this space. But the memories is good though. I ain't gonna hide. Listen, I'm trying to tell you, the door is still open. The door is still open. And when I tell you, ooh, if you giving an inch, honey, you gonna take 5 miles.
You know how long I've been waiting for this? Woo, I'm about to make a name for myself here.
See, I see them doors popping up. Rebirth. Every end has a new beginning. I'm just gonna leave that right there. I'm just gonna leave that right there. Y'all still sure the door closed? Y'all still sure? All right. I'ma leave the door open. Chained. Okay? Chained. They still got that pull on you. Okay? Codependency, unhealthy attachment, and weighed down. Child. What you doing? Where you at? Oh, you got plans? Don't say that. Listen, they about to try it. Listen, don't be surprised if you be sitting over here minding your own business one of them nights when you can't sleep. Okay, one of them nights when you can't sleep and you just over here flicking through Netflix and all of a sudden,
you have got a new text message.
Two cards just fell out, y'all. Bad reputation. Okay. And travel. Who got that go bag ready to go? Who got that go bag? Now I'm flipping through Tubi right now. You know what? I can't with y'all. I ain't gonna lie to you. I keep my go bag packed and ready to go. I keep my go bag. It's ready for when I go on my random trips out the country. It's ready for when I go random trips across country, and it's randomly prepared and ready to go when I'm going across town. Okay, listen. But I wouldn't be surprised if you get that little demon time face or eggplant face, like, and then you just looking like you stunned and astonished, but then you just gonna be like, okay, where you at?
I need
it. Didn't I just tell y'all I wouldn't be surprised if y'all get a text? Planning, text, phone call, meeting up. Did I not just say that?
I said what I said.
Y'all still playing with me this morning? Oh, do y'all still think I'm playing with you? Thank you, Timstress. She said, you said that. Thank you. Yeah. Okay, what I just picked up on was, it's one thing to block someone out of your mind, okay? But when you see people, Timstress said, there's some good tea. Yeah. Listen, Spirit just said it's one thing to block a person out of your mind, but when you see that person face to face, that's a whole different dynamic, okay? And I'm gonna be honest with you. This person, was not planning on running into you or seeing you. That's the first thing. The second thing that I'm picking up on, they wasn't prepared for you to be looking as good as you was. You know, that's why you should always go out the house looking good and smelling good, and, you know, just never go out the house looking raggedy, because you never know who you're going to see, okay? So you going out there, your skin glowing, you know, your muscles are tightened, you know, you done lost weight, your edges is growing back. You ladies, you might have got that little pixie cut like me, okay? So you looking real stellar out here to the feller, okay? Hello? They smelled that scent that they remember, okay? And you just looked at them like,
How you doing?
okay? It just is what it is. Oh, Lord. We got the police here. Oh, boy. This is taking a turn. Perhaps you had a turbulent relationship, a turbulent breakup with this person before, where things just went all the way left, okay? All the way left. So this was a very toxic departure. It took a lot out of you to do that. That's why it's like, you know, this felt like this was against all odds. It's like, yeah, take a good look at me now, because I ain't got nothing else left to say to you. You know, it's an empty space, or it was an empty space. Look what just fell out. Just like I said, there was an empty space. Look what just fell out. They left you feeling horrible. Okay? They left you feeling horrible. So tell me, what blocked this relationship from progressing and moving forward? Ooh, y'all quiet this morning. It sounds like y'all over there smacking popcorn. Y'all over here just trying to like figure out like where we going with this.
I'm just not ready for all of this. It's just...
Hey man, I'm just telling you. Criticizing your partner is driving them away. Focus on their good qualities, okay? So, yeah. All right, y'all. Start dropping them zodiac signs in the chat. Start. Moving said you in a business. Start dropping them zodiac signs in the chat. Let's jump down into this. All right, person A. I feel like you were the one that was you felt like caca. Okay, I definitely feel like you felt like caca. You were being asked to focus your energy on you, get your mental health right, get your stamina back, get your endurance back, you know, like rebuild and refocus on you. Because a lot of times, especially in toxic relationships, but in any relationship, right? It comes to a point where we give so much of ourselves to other people that we neglect who we are, right? And it's not intentionally, it inadvertently happens, okay? But my point is that you have been called to focus on you, to come back and do what you do and do how you do and all of those different things like that, right? And you possibly have gotten to the point where you're like, you know what, I finally accept and realize that this is just a very toxic, convoluted situation. You know, it's unhealthy, it's a codependency, and you know, I just need to focus on me. But what Spirit is also telling you is that it's on deck. We up for a rebirth. In every ending, there is a beginning. Thank you so much for my gift, Sunshine. I appreciate it. So, you know, you're being called to recognize that, okay? Person B here is the narcissist. They have a very bad reputation, okay? Very bad reputation. They often criticize you. You can never do nothing right, which is also what makes this toxic and unhealthy. Sorry, I left the travel card out for you, person A. But after they run into you and they see you, okay, there goes that planning of the texting and the meeting up, and that's where you're going to be traveling. And the police somehow, some way is involved. All right. So go ahead and drop those zodiac signs. Go ahead and drop those zodiac signs, because I'm telling you right now, I'm about to go in. And I want to find out whose business this is. Now, listen, don't forget to consider your placements. I do my readings for Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising, okay? And if you just so happen to be a cross watcher today, because we ain't talking about you and this is juicy, go ahead and do what you do, boo. Go ahead and do what you do, all right? Because I am telling you right now, your turn will come, all right? Here we go. Now, the real question is, who business this is? All right, who business in this? Who business in this? Y'all know I live in Atlanta. Who business in this? You be like, what? Who business in this? No. What? I mean, seriously, no shade to some of these people that's in Atlanta. But, you know, they be like, who been in that?
What?
Love you, though. I ain't gonna never live nowhere else. All right. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Where are all my water signs? All of my water signs. If you or your person is a water sign, hand, I see you dropping that Scorpio big time. If you or your person is a water sign, go ahead and put the water emoji down in the chat. You are coming in today as the Four of Cups in reverse. This is sudden awareness, choosing happiness, acceptance, retreat, withdrawal, checking in for realignment. Didn't I tell you it's that boldness? So take a good look at me now. It's just an empty space. We ain't never getting back together. That's against all odds. So I can look at you and not call you and not feel a thing. Now you, on the other hand, because you narcissistic and you think that everybody's supposed to want you and be fawning over you and doing all of that stuff, it's flattering, it's cute. But because I've grown, you gonna see when the next time I reach out to you. Okay? You gonna see the next time. I want you to drop down in the chat. Who do you think person B is? Just drop down in the chat real quick. What element group do you feel like person B is? I had pulled a card, but Spirit said that ain't it. It is the earth sign. Okay, it is the earth sign. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Go figure. Lord have mercy. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. You are coming in as the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, where's all my earth signs? Okay, earth signs. If you or your person is an earth sign, go ahead and drop that in the chat. This is about hard work, productivity, routine, conservative, efficiency, and responsibility. Okay, earth signs. I'm not surprised with that narcissist and bad reputation and criticizing. I still love you though. All right. If y'all ready to get into this, all right. If y'all ready to get into this, all right. I want you to go ahead and drop those magnifying glasses, magnifying glasses, magnifying glasses. Where these cards just come from? What in the world I got going on over here? Where these cards just come from? I'm so confused. Oh, because these cards are in the wrong place. Okay, that's why. I'm like, what is happening over here? All right, if y'all ready to get into this, I want you to go ahead and put those magnifying glasses in the chat. Magnifying glasses. Listen, we about to zoom in, double click. We listen, we don't judge, but we sure finna get a little bit messy. It's a lot of disorderly conduct up in here, so you could be honest and tell the truth. We know your life is chaotic. We see it. It's already coming up in the cards. Nobody is judging you. We just being nosy. And once we done, we gonna come on up out of this thing. All right? If y'all ready, there go. All right, y'all. So what in the world is going on with my water and my earth sign? Let me ask you up front, whose energy do you resonate with most? Is it person A or person B? Okay, I want you to put A in the chat or B in the chat if you feel like you resonate more with person A or person B. And while y'all listen, go ahead and hit that like button. Go ahead and follow and subscribe, please. And thank you, and please. All right. Here we go. All right, well, doggone. I mean, that just came flying right on out. Ooh, person A, you coming in as the 8 of Swords, okay, in your present energy right now. Didn't I tell you, like, there's a boldness, there's a confidence, like, there's a proudness that's coming up in here for you? So, remember I told you, for those of you who missed the beginning of this reading, I said that it feels like you run in, if you have not run into them recently, you will be running into an ex, okay? And when you see this person, there's a proudness that comes up with you because you know that you have been doing the work. And while you can look at this person with a straight face and be like, oh, look.
Clown.
Okay, even though you know that about yourself, right? You also know that this is a very volatile situation. It's very risky. You know that if you were to ever go back to this person, you already know that this brings codependency. Okay, it's unhealthy attachments. It weighs you down, right? So you know that this is already not healthy, okay? You're very resistant. You are very much so in denial about how this puts you in captivity, right? So in other words, let me just put it to you plain and simple, okay? You going back to get with this person will definitely put you in a space where you are, okay? And you're not able to resist, even though you're stronger. You know that when they send you that text message, you ain't able to resist it. You ain't able to resist it at all. And so you over here looking at the phone like, I know this ain't who I think it is. I know this ain't the phone, because you, let's be honest, you deleted the contact, but you still know that number by heart. You still know that number by heart. So you over here looking at the phone like, y'all telling me y'all ain't never been there before? I know you lying if you telling me that you ain't never been there before with one person.
Damn.
All right. So that's where we are. Okay? You just like, you didn't appreciate the water until the well went dry. You didn't value me when I gave you my time and my attention. And now that you see me looking good and smelling good and, you know, doing what I do, now here you come. Well, excuse me. Now here you come trying to be on my phone. Okay? And I'm going to be honest with you. Because you think that you're so healed and high and mighty and healthy and all of those different things like that. You know, just because you doing all of that. Just because you doing all of that. All right? You think you can withstand. You think you can handle it. Well, I'm telling you right now, you know good and doggone well, you're not going to have the power to resist. Don't even play. Don't even play like you just gonna be like, nah, I'm good, shawty. You know it ain't true. All right, you know it ain't true. All right. Now, I forgot to tell y'all. This is where the cards and the energy meets the message. All right. This is where we meet the message. So if you feel like person A energy, just tell the truth and shame the devil. Raise your hand in the chat if you feel like person A right now. Go ahead and put moving. I expect to see your hand up first and center in the front of the class. But go ahead and raise your hand in the chat, okay? I'm in rare form today. All right, person B. Unique said, I'm telling the truth. He chose me, said me. Mary Lou said me. Yeah. All right, person B. The Hermit. The Hermit. So here's what happened. Okay. Since you've been gone. Okay. This person has gone through some life challenges and some obstacles, which makes sense about why the door is still open. Okay. They've taken time to take a minute to take a step back, to reflect and self-assess. Like, they know that they were wrong. Okay. They know that they were wrong. They know that they didn't treat you with the level of care. Moving man to my son, I'm an air sign. This ain't for me. Leave me alone. I bet you one of these signs is in your chart for your Venus, though. I'm just kidding. What is wrong with me? You could tell when I got my guppies because I be picking on y'all. I be calling y'all to the front and center. But let me stay focused. I'm gonna stop. All right. So this person has had some time to reflect upon their behaviors. They've had the opportunity to just reassess, right? and they know that they've been wrong. Okay. But because this person was such an ass, and I'm going to say it just that way, because this person was such a prick about themselves and how they were handling things, they were never, ever, ever, ever tell the truth about how wrong they were. But since you've been gone, they've taken a step back. They've been working on themselves. They've been very productive. They've been focusing on cleaning up their energy space, even though they'll never admit to that. They have. They've been clearing up their energy space. They have been working on just making sure that they're putting themselves in the best way possible. Okay, in the best way possible. And it's crazy because it's like while they've been in such introspection, all right, they know that they fumbled. They know that they fumbled.
I just want my baby.
When you've done somebody so wrong, so wrong, okay? How do you even fix your mouth just to even say hello, okay? And this is what made you running into this person so compound, so complex, and so nuanced, okay? Because like you, they thought that they were healed, that they were delivered, that you were out of their system. And when you saw them, remember I said they were flinching, they was faltering, it got awkward, they didn't know what to say, they didn't know what to do. Well, for you, you was like, look at me, take a good look at me now. Because over here for you, baby, it's just an empty space. But when they saw you,
oh my God, my Shayla, my Shayla.
I should not be making fun of somebody's misery, and I'm not. But it's just funny. It's funny. I'm sorry. Y'all know I gotta texturize the message. You know, I gotta make it entertaining somehow. Okay. So, when they saw you, okay, they didn't know how to, they was beside themselves. Okay, they was beside themselves. And let me be very, very, very clear. It's going to take them a couple of days before they even initiate that conversation with you, like through this text message. And the only way that they know how to connect to you is through sexual measures, okay? Because they know that they was wrong. Like, what else can they say? What else can they do? Okay, what else can they say and what else can they do? At this point, they know that they fumbled. And that's the L that they gonna have to sit on for the rest of their life. Okay, that's the L that they are going to have to sit on for the rest of their life. All right. Now, what's favorable about this? What is supporting you in this connection with this person? Because don't be sitting over there being high and mighty to my, that's what you get. Because I already told you, you going over there. You going over there. So don't sit over here and be like, that's what you get. Yeah, that's cute for right now. But watch, you're going to take your little tail over there, being all cute, smelling good, and all of that stuff like that. Fall on some you know what. Okay? And then you're going to be in the Twilight Zone all over again because you done forgot what it was like. You done forgot what it feel like to get your eggs scrambled like that. I'm just being honest. There you go, spinning out of control. All right. So what is favorable about this connection? Immune said, immune. Unique said, not happening. I am immune to this. Okay. What's favorable? The memories. Okay. So this is definitely a power play. This is definitely a power play. Once they saw you, see, they could ignore you. Once you was out of sight and out of mind, they could ignore you. They absolutely could. But when they put their eyes on you this time, they went into a trance of some sort. Okay? And what's taking them so long to reach out to you is the fact that they're over here thinking about it. Like, they've already been knowing that, but now they're in a space where they have to admit to themselves that they fumble.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
This person has not been happy in quite some time. I'm gonna be honest with you. They have not been happy. They've had many other lovers to come and go, but they was never having a connection like this. So my point is, when they're reaching out to you, okay, and they come with this proposal, and I'm explicitly seeing the demon time emoji. So y'all know the devil with the smiley face and an eggplant or a peach, whatever your preference is. Okay. But that's what I'm seeing. All right. I feel like immediately when you look down at the phone, you like, what?
Shut up! That is so stupid.
I feel like that's how you're going to respond. Okay. But I also feel like, even though you want to operate in that energy of I got control, I know I got you. Take a good look at me now, because I know that us getting back together is against all odds. You also looking at them like,
You done lost your damn mind. When you get your damn mind, you call me.
okay? So that's what's been most favorable, honestly, about this, is that there are memories here. There are good memories, things, but there's also a lot of bad memories here. Okay? So it's like, if you had to split and estimate the good times over the bad times, because this person is a little bit of a narcissist, and they may have even been clinically diagnosed as a narcissist. Not you calling them one, but I'm saying like a therapist calling them one. Okay. It may have been more negative times than not. Okay. And this person definitely has a temper. Okay. This person definitely has a temper, which is why the police is here. Okay. Now, what is consequential or problematic? What will happen if you continue to go down this path? The Knight of Cups. What's very problematic about this is that this person, why this person always on a horse? Why they always on a horse? Where we going with this horse? What we doing with this horse? Where we going? And are we there yet? Okay? Because we got two horses here. Okay? This is about travel. This is about power. That goes back to that power dynamic that I told y'all about. So what's problematic is now they're coming in, acting like they healed, acting like they whole, acting. And I'm saying acting because you don't know for sure, right? You got to get them the time of day in order for you to find out. So they're acting like they got their stuff together. And you over here listening because you like what they're saying to you. You do. Let's be honest. You like it. You think it's cute. Okay. But here's the thing. The mature part of you, the healed heart of you, the healed part of you can listen to what they're saying and disregard it, which is exactly totally like not healthy, because you see it as being gain. Okay? In your mind, whatever they're talking about ain't they just talking. Okay? That's how you feel. You feel like they just talking.
Completely not true.
Okay? But they're being sincere. Okay? They've taken time, as I said, they've taken the time to step back and to reflect. And I'm going to be honest with you. For some of you, they may have manifested you back into their space because they know that they have been wrong, because they know that they have done you wrong. Okay? They like, if you could just please give me another chance, I will make this right.
I want to apologize.
But for you, it's like, I don't think that I can go back there. Okay? I don't think that I can go back to that. But here's the thing. You might be backlogged yourself right now. So now that you got the opportunity to go ahead and get your little thing.
I'm ready.
Thank you, SJ, for my gift. So I think you might give in. And it's not even that I think. I already done told y'all. Y'all going over there. You're going over there. You already got your go bag packed and ready to go. I'm just telling you what I see and what I know to be true, baby. You're going over there. You're going. And if you don't go over there, guess what? They coming over there to you. All right. Now, what is this trying to teach you? The Ace of Wands. We got that mental clarity. We got that mental clarity, y'all. This is about you having a peace of mind. This is about you stepping into your power and knowing who you are. You're clear. You know what you need to do. Okay? You know what you need to do. So this is me telling you that, yes, it is true. While you are healed, okay? While you have taken some time to reflect about what your personal boundaries are and all of that other stuff like that, you know you can't give in. You know you can't give in to that person.
Damn you!
You know that. I don't even know why you went over there. I'm just saying, Shawty. I don't even know why you went over there. But you're like, okay, let me go see what you're talking about. So what this is trying to teach you is, it doesn't matter. Every relationship is going to have its ups and its downs. And what this is trying to teach you is that you got to know who you are and be honest with yourself. Okay? You got to be honest with yourself. You can't go around pretending that you're not affected when something that something they have done has impacted you in an ugly way. You got to be able to articulate that and express that, okay? And you have every right to say that. Okay? You also got to know who you are to know when enough is enough, okay? And just because you connect with this person this one time doesn't mean that you have to keep the door open.
Goodbye.
It doesn't mean that. Okay? You are not obligated by any figment of the imagination, okay, to take this person back. A fair exchange ain't no robbery. Okay? A fair exchange ain't no robbery. You scratching my back, I'm scratching yours.
Anything else?
Okay? That's it. But what this is trying to teach you is that you got to learn how to hold your own. Okay? You got to hold your own. Don't go against the grain because that's what's making somebody else feel comfortable.
Bruh.
Okay? And I'm going to be honest with you. You going back over there to dip your toe in the water again. Even though it is going to spin your blocks. You have your head spinning around in circles and all that stuff like that. This will bring a confusing energy to you.
What the fuck was that?
Okay? It is going to bring a confusing energy to you. So you got to be clear, okay, about who it is and what it is that you want. All right? Now, what is it that you need to do to heal? And let's be clear. It is nothing wrong with you saying, I just needed to, get this one out.
Aww.
It ain't your fault they might be disappointed. Because when you was interested in them in that way, they ain't had a time of day for you.
I know what's wrong with it. Ain't got no gas in it.
Thank you, Tiffany, for my gift. Now, what do you need to do to heal? We got the Lovers in reverse. Okay? What you need to do to heal is stop looking at this from a deficit or a disadvantage and looking at this like, I wasted a whole lot of time with you, like things just wasn't being progressive. Okay? You got to let go of that resentment and that negativity that you've been carrying around all this time. We know that this person didn't treat you well. We know this person broke your heart. We know this person shattered your dreams. We know this person left you very disappointed. You don't have to say the obvious anymore. We knew that. It's no point in coming back and hashing out and reliving things of the past. It's really not. It is of no advantage for you to sit up here and belabor moot points. Your power is not in the past. Your power is in the future. So if you want to come over there and do what you do, they're going to accept you. Y'all going to connect. And you're going to be like, all right, I'm going to head out.
It's all right, mama.
Period. Now, that's not the outcome that they were hoping for, but that's what you're on. That's what type of time you're on. And they may even be trying to ask you to stay. They may even ask if y'all can talk. And I mean, it's going to really be up to you about how you feel. Do you have the strength and the endurance to keep on keeping on? Because I feel like a large part of this is going to be like, what?
Crazy?
Okay. So it's really going to be up to you. But I really feel like this person is honest to God. And I'm saying this with the utmost sincerity and genuine intentions. I definitely feel like this person is truly apologetic for how they've done things, how they've handled this in the past. Like, soon as you left them, they started to go down a path that just left them in a stance that they could not get out of. And that forced them to grow up and to heal and to deal with some things. Yeah, they might have been like a deer in headlights. They may have been like a fawn, like a new deer, baby deer fawn. I think that's what they call them. Where you're like lost and your mama trying to teach you the right things to do. All of those things are possible. Okay, all of those things are possible, right? But here's the thing. You couldn't force them to be somebody that they wasn't ready to be. And I'm going to be honest with you. This whole, initially, before the first time, things were complicated because they were immature and they wasn't ready. Everything that they kept telling you, it was what you wanted to hear. It wasn't necessarily the truth. You understand what I'm saying? So now that you had this time to be apart, now that you've had this time to process and assess and reflect and be stronger and be bold and da-da-da-da-da, and this person over here had time to reflect, they know they was on some mess. They know they were. And I wouldn't be surprised if they tell you that.
All a bunch of bullshit.
I I wouldn't be surprised if they finally open up and tell you. I know I've been wrong. I know I was wrong. I know I wronged you. I know I wasn't about that. And I should have never deceived you and never should have lied to you about where I was in that moment in time and space in my life. But again, you are in control of this narrative, okay? And the question then becomes, do you want to go back to something that has the possibility of taking you out of your space, out of your healed space, and out of your peace? Because let's be clear. Let's be clear. All right? Let's be very, 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 very clear. You know, that's the mama clear. Okay, let's be very, very, very clear. Earth needs water to grow and to thrive. Okay, absolutely. Earth needs water to grow and to thrive. Period. Now, it could either grow or it could become muddy. But these are very complementary energies. You understand what I'm saying? Very complementary energies. So if you be honest with yourself and you go back through your memory bank, the question is this something that you really want to reopen yourself up to? And this decision is going to be 100% on you.
Oh, hell no!
So what do they need to do, Spirit? You got to be selfish with your time, your attention, and your hootie-hoo. You got to be, listen, you got to be guarded with what you're doing. You got to be guarded. Period. You got to be guarded. Guard your feelings, guard your emotions, and guard your loins.
Oh, my God.
Okay? Because you're right. You don't know what bag of nuts they gonna come out of. Okay? You don't know because this person has a very negative track record with you.
You are a scammer.
And they can tell you everything that you want to hear. Everything that you want. Thank you, Apple, for my gift. They can tell you everything that you want to hear, and you can try to believe it all day. All day, you can believe it. So yeah, you gonna go over there.
I'm on my way.
But I think when you go over there, you're going over there with a motive. I'm just going to do what I got to do, and I'm going home. And if you thought that it was going to open up the door for something much more, I don't know what to tell you.
Stupid.
Okay, I don't know what to tell you. Judgment in reverse, y'all. Didn't I just tell y'all that? Okay, so I feel like your decision is going to be permanent. I'm just being honest. I feel like your decision is permanent. I feel like you know that while you're open to going to get what you're going to get what you get, and then you're going to leave. Okay? And I think that they're not going to be prepared for you to walk in that type of power.
Got it. What?
They're not going to be prepared. Remember, the old version of you was clingy, desperate, constantly looking to course correct and have validation and give reassurance and, you know, all of those different things. That's not you now. Okay, that's not you now. So now you can go over there and you can lay up with this person and go to the boom boom room and do what you do and go to the horizontal Olympics and do all of those different things and play around and do the mumbo and, you know, play twister with your body parts and all. You can do all of that. As soon as it's over, you like, All right, I'm going to head out. A fair exchange is not a robbery. And that's the version of you that they have not met. So while they're in their bag of feelings, okay, you ain't there no more. You on your savage time. Okay? Like, simply put. Now, is this manipulative? It could be. It absolutely could be. You have a motive and they have a motive. Now, does those motives have to be the same? Absolutely not. Who said that? I just came over here to get some and I'm going home. That's your motive. What is their motive? What is their motive? I'm serious. What is their motive? They want to apologize. They want to clear their conscience. They want to make things right. That sounds good. But who I am now is not who I used to be. And that's what they were ill prepared for you to say. Thank you, but I'm going home.
Congratulations! Oh my God.
They wasn't prepared. Was not prepared. But see, you know you. And whereas before you gave them grace and space and opportunity to, do these things, and, you gave them room to manipulate you, and you're not there no more.
She doesn't even go here.
That ain't how you feel no more. And this is like where it becomes a challenge too. Because they were simply expecting, they were secretly hoping for things to get better. They were secretly waiting for this to open up the door of opportunity. And you was just like, yeah, nice try, buddy. So everybody's moving with a motive. Okay, that's my point when I said this could be very manipulative. Everybody's got a hidden motive. And everybody being you and them, okay? Your mama and them. Or as BJ say, shout out to that surprise witness. As she say, go play with your mama, don't play with me, okay? Now, you are very much so right about not investing too much of your time and your attention into this, okay? Now, here's why I say that. Going back to the manipulation piece. They're coming in as if they have something to really offer you. And what I am telling you is while they may have made tangible, measurable, quantifiable improvements in their behavior, the tiger does not change its stripes. Okay? They don't change their stripes. So the fact that they've made a lot of progress.
God did.
They've made a lot of progress. But the reality is, at the end of the day, they still not 100% ready to be what they need to be 100% ready for you at this point in time in your life, in who you are and where you are. Does that make sense? They've grown to the old version of you. But you have exceeded those old expectations. It's almost like when we were all growing up, right? When we were all growing up, thank you, Kiara, for my gifts. When we were all growing up, your mama will buy you, well, I don't know. I'm going to tell you about my mama, okay? Because y'all mamas nowadays, y'all different, okay? Y'all different. Y'all let your little 3 and 2-year-old kids cuss and y'all laugh. Y'all different, okay? But my mama and them, All right, my mama and them 80 baby mama and them, okay? We was the best. But anyway, them 80 baby mama and them, okay? When we would go get new shoes, let's say, for example, you were 4. You wear a size 4. Your mama and them will buy a 4.5 to give you space to grow, anticipating for you to be a 4.5. Because see, these kids today, they get shoes and stuff all the time. I don't know about your kid. I know my kid's spoiled. I'm just gonna call it what it is. My kid's spoiled. I look up, he be having like 20-some pair of shoes and he just wear the one pair. Like, what are we doing? Anyway, I digress. If I like him, I'm like, oh, I want him to have these. And I'm gonna buy myself some too. We different. These mama today different. Okay? With these mama today, we different. The mama back then, they you get shoes twice a year. At the beginning of the school year and in the spring. Okay? So my point is, I know that's right. 84 gang. Okay, y'all taking me down. Anyway. All right, so your mama will buy you a 4.5 in anticipation for you to grow. Okay? In anticipation for you to grow into that 4.5. And then when it's time to buy new shoes in the spring, you'll go get a new pair. Well, this person grew into that 4.5. But there was also a risk that you might not be able to just grow into a 5 in the spring. Sometimes you hit that growth spurt and you will skip that 5 and go straight to a 6. Okay? So my point in using that illustration is you grew. They grew to the 4.5. But you ain't a 4.5 no more. You a 6 now. Does that make sense to y'all? If y'all get that analogy, I want you to go ahead and say yup in the chat. Because I'm telling you, this person thought that they shot. They thought they had space and opportunity to course correct and to try to come back around and try to meet you where you are. And what I'm telling you is it ain't your fault that they weren't ready at the time. So what does that mean for you? It ain't my fault you wasn't ready. I came over here and I got what I got from you. It was good. I had a good time. Even though it was 5 minutes, I had a good time. No, I'm just playing. But the point was, and the point is, you have matured past that. And you're like, bruh, you ain't got a lot of kick it.
I guess we'll never know.
You ain't got a lot of kick it. Okay? So now that you have outgrown them, your mind is closed off with this Queen of Swords in reverse. You're like, I ain't trying to hear none of that of what you talking about. You could tell me that all day. You stayed gaming me. You stayed gaming me. You stayed telling me some bullshit. And now that I know you, I know better. Now that I know you and I know how you move, I can count your number. I got your MO. I know how this gonna work. I know how this going down. And believe me, when I tell you, you are going to leave this earth sign feeling so stunned.
It was at this moment he knew. He fucked up.
They're not expecting for you to be this strong, this resilient, this determined, controlled, poised, courageous, bold. You get what I'm saying? They weren't ready for this. They were anticipating you being weak still. And what I am telling you is you took a page out of their book, pulled them on them, And now they just confused. They are completely stunned, flabbergasted, confounded. Okay? They over here like, bruh, like, I can't make this up. This is the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. They over here, when I tell you they are so confused, and you over here looking at them like, oh, you thought I was going to really give you something else? You thought I was going to really give you my heart and my soul and want to try this again? Ew.
I am disgusted.
And here's the thing. You got every reason and every right to look and feel the way that you're looking and feeling about this. But what I'm also telling you is everything that they're saying to you, it's true.
He ain't lying.
Every apology that they are giving you, every compliment that they are giving you, it is true. It is true. They truly meant what they're saying. They truly are regretful. But now that the tables have turned, you out here playing in their face and they weren't ready for that. And I'm going to be honest with you. They feel a little bit violated. You know what I'm saying? They feel a little bit violated. And the crazy part is, it was cool when they was doing this to you. But now that this behavior is being done to them, they can't handle it. Cannot handle it. So they like, what do I do now? Do I keep on pursuing? Or do I just take my little wounded pride and ego and walk back? Okay? But I think for you, the decision has been made. You know that this is risky. In your mind, you like, you know what? Listen. If this is what it's going to be, this is what it's going to be. I'll give you some every now and then.
Who gonna check me, boo?
And for them, they're like, I don't understand. What am I missing now? All this time, you've been wanting me to be communicative and be open and honest and sincere. I'm doing that. You didn't want me having all these extra women and all these other friends. I done cleaned house from that. You wanted me to focus on me and to improve. And I can tell you how I've been improving and working. Like, I've been doing the work. I've been doing the work. And they are really confused. Like, why is this not good enough for you?
What more do you want from me?
But the reason why it is no longer working for you is because it's working for the 4.5. It is not working for the 5.
Child. Anyway, so.
Or the 5.5, I should say. Okay? So, this is where it becomes compound complex. And this is where it goes back to, what do you want to do? Because I feel like for the most part, you just like, child, please. Okay? Child, please. All right?
I am sick. I am sick of your shit. And when I'm not sick, I'm tired. I am sick and tired.
So if y'all ready to figure out how this story ends, I want you to go ahead and put those paper, pen, and notebook emojis in the chat. Because, child, it's time for us to figure out what's the final outcome. What is potential? Thank you for my gift, Melinda. What is potentially going to happen here? And I need y'all to get them likes up. I need y'all to hit them follows and all the above. Because I'm out here pouring my heart, my soul into this reading and you ain't even I'm just playing. I'm just playing. Where's my son go? It's a joke. It's a joke. Anyway, I'm serious. Y'all know y'all can show me some love because I am. You know, I'm working hard over here. All right, here we go. All right, y'all, as we respectfully step out of this business and we land at the potential final outcome, I always say potential because free will is at play. And I have been repeating that all throughout this reading. Okay. Spirit may show us the path, but it's up to you to walk in it. All right. It's really up to you to walk in it. Thank you, Yuri, for my gift. Thank you, SJ, for my gift. Thank you, Melinda, for my gift. Look at y'all, water in my hand. Look at y'all, grease in the mailbox. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Seriously, I appreciate this. When y'all donate to me and give me money, you know, for my services, you know, this is all free and voluntarily. I do take that money and reinvest. So that's where I get different decks and things like that. So I do repay you. Okay, I do repay you. Where is it? I got so many cards that are not in the right place. God, dog. Look, here go another one over. Like, how does this keep happening? You know what, y'all? I swear. Somebody be in here. I think my dog, Stella, I think she be in here doing readings when I'm not sleeping. I mean, when I'm not paying attention. Matter of fact, last night she was in here. I guess she was mad at me because it was raining. We didn't go on a walk yesterday, but that's a different story. But I swear she be up in here pulling cards, trying to figure out what's going on in her life. Because she be having them dreams and all that other stuff like that. And I be like, girl, what you going through? Like, you just a dog. But she be barking at her dreams and everything. Look, here go another card. See, it got to be her. It got to be her. Like, for real. It got to be her. She said, I got to find out what's going on with this pit bull around the corner because he over here playing with my feelings. She sleep right now, but her eyes open, so she know I'm talking about her. All right, let's get into this. What's the final outcome? Seriously. She said, I gotta figure out what's going on with Jerome. Y'all laughing. Shh. She and he too. She like, I gotta find out what's going on before we be over here doing the butt. All right, here we go. Something ain't right with me today, y'all. Please forgive me. I'm in rare form. All right. So what's going to happen next between my water and my earth signs? Between my water and my earth signs. Y'all, I love these cards, but they are so difficult to shuffle. All right, here we go. Boom. 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 You see it? You see it? Everything that you've been through leading up to this moment, all the good and all the bad has come together for you to go in the flow of where you need to be, people. You ain't looking backwards. You happy. Okay? You not looking backwards. You like, we here now, sweetheart. You should have took advantage of the opportunity when I gave it to you. I'm not thinking about you. All the positive, all the negative, I'm in the flow. I know where I'm supposed to be. Okay, I know what I'm supposed to be doing. And it ain't this. Because every time I gave you space and opportunity to show up for me, where was you at?
Really? I'm sorry. Really? What time were you supposed to be here? I'm only like 5 minutes past. 5 minutes is a little bit too late, honey. I got somewhere to be. I got an appointment.
Shout out to Norman. All right. Thank you, SJ, for my gift. So this is really going to be like taking this person by surprise. I've said that, but I'm going to stand on that. That's going to take this person by surprise. You see it. As I used to say, you knew. You knew. Okay, you knew. They were not expecting for you to have so much composure over yourself. They thought that if they just came right in trying to shower you with compliments. Some of you, your love language may be words of affirmation, and they know that. So they thought that if they come in and shower you with words of affirmation, that was going to change history. The narrative of history is what it is. Nobody can go and whitewash and screw up history. I don't care how many times people try to do it. It is something that you cannot do.
You look so dumb right now.
Okay? So you've changed your mind. You changed your position. You changed your outcome. Like, you in a different space. And I'm telling you, now that you know what you know, you have reflected and assessed, and you have become very, very, very clear about where you stand. Okay? Very, very clear about what you stand, about where you stand. And because you're very, very clear, this is where your power is coming in. Because you have gotten to the point now where you just like, you know what, shawty, I'm good. I'm good. And that is not what this Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn wants to hear. This ain't it at all. This is not what they want to hear at all. I'm telling you right now, that ain't what they want to hear. Okay? They do not want to hear that. Thank you, Earl. I'm finna go home. I gotta go. I gotta go to work in the morning. Girl, they know they lying. They know you lying.
What the hell? Oh my God, no way.
They know you lying. It's Friday night. And you talking about, I got to go home, Earl. I got to get up and go to work early in the morning.
What do you mean by that?
That man know you don't work on Saturdays. You don't even work Monday through Friday. But I gotta go home now, Earl.
What?
It is what it is. You don't owe them nothing. You didn't promise them nothing. You was minding your good doggone business. And all of a sudden they hop up on your phone with a proposition like this. And you supposed to take them serious. The gag was when they came at you with this proposition, you tried it.
What's that? What's that?
And it is what it is. And it is what it is. They were expecting for you to have a different response. And you was just like, nah. I'm good. And now they want to, they big mad because their ego is crushed. Crushed. They devastated. You done punctured their ego.
You're ugly, you're skinny, you're shaped funny.
Oh, really? Okay. Baby, you can go cry me a river. Because all I can do is tell you is that you mad. You big mad. You big mad. Cue the violin. You never promised them forever. You never promised them forever. They came at you with a proposition. You accepted said proposition. And now you pulling up your panties in your pants and walking out the door. This was good, but I'm going to head out.
Keep that a secret.
What did I just say? What did I just say? You literally just went over there to, like, you know, y'all know how it go when it's been a minute, ladies, and you start craving that attention down there. You just needed to scratch your itch. That was it. They asked you, you came over there.
Let's get it on.
You did what you did. Now you like, all right, I'm about to head out.
What?
What else can I say? What else can I do? A fair exchange is not a freaking robbery. You've been minding your good, precious business all this time. And because they were ill prepared for you to stand on business like that, you coming over there blowing their mind. Okay, blowing their mind. You done learned some new tricks. You got some different exposure. So this ain't the routine they used to. Okay? And when the water came fine out the spout, you understand what I'm saying? They was not ready for that. So you done went over there putting it down because you forgot what it felt like. Y'all done got your little magic going and y'all pheromones talking and signaling, and next thing you know, and you said, all right, I'm gonna head out. And they was not ready for that. They were not ready for that. I wouldn't be surprised if this person starts putting in like the effort and energy to continue to reach out to you more. So like I keep saying, and as I've had said throughout this whole reading, it's really up to you to decide what you want to do with this relationship. It is really up for you to decide how you want to go forward. It's up to you. And I really feel like in my heart of hearts, while this is somewhat refreshing, because they're now giving you the level of effort and care and energy that you was looking for before, it is now frustrating at the same time, because you're sitting here looking at the text, you listening to what they saying, you watching how they acting and responding, and you are very confused. You just like,
what the f this cannot be.
And the reality is, it is. It's not your fault that they weren't ready the first time.
I'm in pain all the time.
It ain't my fault. And I really sincerely feel like this is the best way you about to get your lick back. And I'm not saying that I'm a proponent of people running around here breaking people's hearts and this. I'm not saying that at all. I'm not saying that at all. But I do think your lack of engagement, your lack of response, your lack of participation is going to be heartbreaking for them. And what more can you say? What more can you say? What more can you do? I just keep hearing Jay-Z's, what more can I say? But it is what it is. All right. Spirit told me to come over here. This must be Amazon coming. I am blessed beyond measure to share a powerful divine love with you. I am so grateful for you and give thanks to the divine creator. Embrace your beautiful divinity. You are a precious gift in my life. This is how they feel about you now. This is how they feel about you now. And what I am telling you, you don't feel that way about them no more. You do not feel this way about them anymore. And it's fine. So let's take a minute. Not Faith. Move in, talking about why was I just typing fade to play? I mean, I'm just saying. All right. So let's take a moment to reflect upon how this reading is making you feel right now. Does this outcome give you the response that you were looking for? Does this give you relief, excitement, hesitation? Like, how is this reading making you feel right now? All right. This is your chance to choose growth over fear. Okay. Alignment over ego and peace over confusion. So let me know how this is making you feel right now, because I would like to know. I want to thank you so much for tuning into PiSeas Tarot with me, your girl, Mimi Lightseer. If today's reading moved you and helped you in any way, even if I called you out with just a little bit of love, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Give me a thumbs up and comment down in the section below. Let me know what resonated with you. Remember, this reading is timeless, so you can always come back to this link and replay it anytime you need a little bit of guidance or some perspective or a little bit of a reset, okay? Now, if you want to do a one-on-one reading with me, I am currently booking at PiSeasTarot.com. Don't be shy. Spirit may have a whole lot more for you, okay? But please note that I would never solicit you for a personal reading, okay? Even though those readings are available, please note that bookings are only secured by availability through my website at PiSeasTarot.com. Always make sure that you are interacting with official channels to prevent being scammed, because they good. Okay, they good. But your first clue that it ain't me is that they reaching out to you talking about, oh dear, Spirit told me. I'm not, I got other things to do with my life and my time than to be reaching out to you. Oh dear, Spirit, no. Okay. So I want to welcome all of my new subscribers. Welcome to the pod. We had 10 new folks to join us today. Okay. And to my returning guppies, thank you for being the heartbeat of this space. I want to send a special thank you to all of the 13 different folks that have gifted me not only your time and your talent, but your treasure. I am so grateful. Thank you for pouring into this sacred space, y'all. I really do appreciate it. Now listen, y'all, listen. Okay, listen. I am so annoying today. God, I'm so annoying today. Everyone is fighting a battle that you cannot see. So be kind, patient, and gentle with others as much as you are yourself. How people treat you, that is not your business. But how you respond is. That is where your power lies. Case in point, today's conversation. Just saying. Leave a little bit of love everywhere you go today, and I will see you next time. Bye.